Hopefully the camera stays. We're doing an impromptu reading. Yes, an impromptu reading, an impromptu reading. That's actually, I don't want to do this reading right now. I kind of do, but I kind of don't. I'm being forced to, I'm called to do this reading. I don't know what's going to come out. I have no clue. We shall see. We shall see. And your thoughts, feelings. All right, so right now, what's coming up in your thoughts? We have the 5 of baskets here, reverse. So I can see just initially on the board here, we have the Freeman card, and then we have the Court card in reverse. This is an ancestral deck. And so I see here that that there's some regret, there's some loss, there's loss here of a relationship, or the loss, and I see it like this, right? So initially I know that there's some thoughts about this relationship and judgment over it. Let's go into some clarity about this 5 of baskets, of this regretful energy, this loss. Feels like you're questioning. So maybe the thoughts that are going through your head, maybe doing a lot of questioning. Maybe you're thinking about going to the doctor. Maybe your person's a doctor. Or thinking about going to the doctor. There's a leap of faith going towards. This seems like this might be a You're a hard one to figure out. Whoever you are. Something about this from TikTok. Maybe your relationship was on TikTok. It looks like it's over now. We have, yeah, because see, this Freeman card comes out with this regret. So it looks like maybe you're talking to a doctor about this. Or maybe your person was a doctor. Maybe that's what it feels like. That's the thoughts it's thinking. Let me get some more. You are a hard one to cry. I promise you. This one. Jesus, Lord have mercy. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Your thoughts are... Let's get more clarity on this doctor card. Let's get some more tarot. Let's clarify this doctor. And this Jolene, these boots are made for. These boots are made for walking. And that's just what they'll do. No, that's the other one. No, it's Jolene. No, this is Jolene. Please don't take my man. Sorry, I was thinking about the other card. Maybe that's another song for somebody else too. But Jolene, please don't take my man just because you can. Yep. We got some partnership cards out here again. Yep. This is definitely a relationship. So you're thinking about a relationship, thinking about leaving, maybe you left someone. This one just flew out. I mean, just really flew out. 8 of Knives. So, looks like you're thinking about this person and being at a crossroads. This is clearly, I did not want to do a love relationship. I don't know. My collective, y'all must be thinking about love all the time. I promise you, because I'm certainly not. So I'm not, this, it's got to be y'all. Knight of 8 of Knives. So there's some stuck energy at crossroads here. What's this crossroads which got you stuck in your thoughts about this person? This feminine energy doesn't have to be a female, but feminine energy. Your heart broken. That's why you're trying to heal. Okay, well that's why you're stuck. Stuck thinking about trying to recover from this pain here. Oh, look at all that, Jesus, Lord have mercy. You trying to recover from all that there? I want to get more details on this 3 of Knives. Let's see what we got. Yeah, clarify this 3 of Knives, this heartbreak. Okay. I don't know if you are Muslim, but maybe something about the culture. Maybe something about being devoted. Maybe, because what I'm picking up is not even just Muslim, it's about being devoted. Maybe you're very devoted to this relationship. And I always say that I always admire people who are devout Muslims because they're very devoted to their spirituality and religion. So maybe you could have been very devoted, or maybe there's some devotion to this. Here we go. And I wasn't wrong. There you go. Past person. I even see that. Deeply hurt. Wow. Maybe there's a bit of feeling pathetic about this. Maybe you feel pathetic, or maybe they feel pathetic. Or maybe the words have been used. And then there's denial. Okay. And so maybe a bit of that, right? Because, I mean, who don't want to be in denial when it comes to this? I mean, I get it. So here's a bit of denial. Maybe your thoughts about that tonight. Either you or your person. Yeah. So I feel like, because if I'm live, so if this is your reading, there could be a bit of denial. And that could be because of the freeze response. A bit of therapy. Let's interject real quick with some clinical stuff, right? Since that's what I do by day, right? So being in denial, it is a defense mechanism, actually. And it occurs whenever we cross our boundaries or someone else crosses our boundaries. So a lot of times we'll cross our own boundaries and we'll end up in these spaces like this. Whether you're doing it to yourself or whether you've allowed someone to do it to you. And how you do that is by not having your values. If you don't know what you value, very much like your feelings, if you don't name your feelings, you will have these wild ass behaviors. If you don't name your values or what you value, if you don't actually verbalize that, you'll end up in spaces like this quite quickly. No shit, because you're giving your values to someone else or something else, right? So let's say it's not another person. Maybe you need to say no to time. Maybe you have bad time boundaries or poor time boundaries, right? So you're saying yes to areas like friends or whatever, saying yes to doom scrolling, when you need to be saying yes to studying or whatever it is. If that's the case, you could be in a bit of denial about certain things. Like, oh, it's like, oh, it's not that serious. It's not this, whatever. Just flat out not dealing with it. That can lead you to the freeze response. Freeze, you fight, flight, fawn, or freeze, or flop. Flop is when you pass out. You've seen people on a roller coaster and they get really heightened and they'll go into a flop response. Freeze is more like that clinical depression, right? This is feeling dead inside or unalive inside, but disassociating, feeling lifeless, like a couch potato, that kind of stuff. So that makes sense. I would be in a freeze response if I was looking like that. So you may feel like that. If you feel like that and you're in a freeze response, the best way to get out of freeze response is to do things that will warm the body. So you would move the body, you would go work out, you would exercise, you would do yoga, you would stretch, you would listen to music, you would dance, you would do something to get out of the 3. That's nice. Reverse. So hope that helps somebody. All right, let's go into the feelings. Feelings. Get into the feelings. So right now, initially, as if the feelings come up very weird. Because I see the 9 of baskets, so you feel there's a feeling of like happiness and like abundance, right? But there's some narcissism, some mischief, some trickery. So you could feel like, damn, I don't know how to say that shit. You could feel like an asshole. You could feel like you had everything, but you're an asshole. I don't know a better way to say that. I'm so sorry. I don't know enough. Because you have the John Horse and the Black Herman, both of these in reverse. This is like the biggest asshole of all assholes. This is the narcissist of all narcissists. You may feel like you're the biggest asshole that ever lived. Or maybe your person is the biggest asshole. Maybe you feel like your person's the biggest asshole that ever lived. I mean, you can't tell this motherfucker nothing. They spiritually manipulative, and they're asshole, and they're abusive, and they're like, God damn. Jesus. It's a lot. I mean, and then to feel like this too, to feel like you have had everything. I gotta close. This is a bit, no wonder I was calling this reading. I was sleepy, but I'm up now. Shit. Y'all got me. Wait, I'm nosy, I guess. Throw stuff at wall, see what sticks. If nothing sticks, hang out there for a while. I feel like, no, I'm going to get more from the therapy deck. Let me go on into my therapy stuff. Because y'all playing with me. I got to figure out what's going on with this asshole. Who is this? Oh my goodness. I just got to know. I got to know. Who is it? Who is it? Who are you? Say something to me. Say something. No, well, I'm glad you're healing. Because if you was an asshole, if this was you, Jesus, Lord have mercy. I'm glad you ain't doing that no more. Must be up all night. Got me up all night. Waiting. All right. I'm asking for clarity on this asshole energy, and I'm getting that you're feeling like you're healing. So it's good. Maybe you've been avoiding. Maybe you feel like you've been avoiding this, like this realization of this, again, this asshole. I can't make this up. This is the most asshole energy I've ever seen in my life. I've never even seen these two cards come out together before, to be honest with you. Not in this deck. I ain't never seen it before. I've had this deck for years. That's interesting. Shit. All right. Let's get some more clarity on this thing that you're healing and have been avoiding. Maybe thinking about moving. Maybe thinking moving. I feel like you think moving's gonna help that. I don't know. Maybe it will. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I gotta move. Yeah. See how it moves? Definitely feel like moving. Definitely. Okay. Can't even better get my cards up. Oof. I mean, you could be maybe feel like, well, I apologize. It's way too late. Yeah, maybe you feel like it's just too fucking late. If you were an asshole, maybe if your person was an asshole, maybe they feel like it's too late. If it's you're the asshole, maybe you feel like it's too late. And I do mean to say asshole. I have no other word for this. I have no other word. The Magician card and the Emperor card in reverse. If you know anything about tarot, this is, I mean, the person was being a douche. I mean, I don't have no other words. Narcissist, NPD, manipulator, demon. Which word you want me to use? What word? Which language would make you feel better? Demon, narcissist, Energy vampire. Which word would make you feel fucking better? All of them. All of it's disgusting energy. Don't do that. Not you got the blank. Not you ain't got nothing to say. Not the feelings is gone. What? No, don't jump to conclusions comparing to the last person. So maybe that's what it was. Maybe this, this is what this is. This manipulative. So this is a sociopath if I've ever seen one. Maybe you've been. This is coming up in the feelings pile. Maybe you've been feeling like sociopathic. Maybe even or your person's feeling like they've been sociopathic. This is the most sociopathic shit I've ever seen in my life. Damn. Do I got sociopaths? That's my collective the fuck. Ah! Shut the fuck up! I can't do it. Jesus. Oh, Spirit's funny as shit. You're funny. Spirit's funny. Oh my goodness. I can't even make this up. This is a wild live, man. Y'all better go back and watch this live. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. I gotta calm down with everything. Oh, this makes yeah. I know what this is. This card right here. Anytime I see this card, this is a yeah. Definitely confirm sinners. For sure. For sure. You could have been taking, if this is not you, and this is your person was literally fucking with your nervous system all the way. I mean, I'm talking about tearing that thing up. I'm talking about you getting ready to have an autoimmune disorder. I'm serious. They're getting ready to send you to the crazy house. Dead ass. They didn't give a fuck. They were going to let you do it. Let you be crazy. Now, if this is you, you were doing that to your person. That's not good, sir, ma'am. Don't do that to people. That's not good. You're going to get karma for that. That manifesting bullshit to you. No wonder you in your damn thoughts and questioning. I would be too. That's why I walk around doing that shit. Don't do that to people. Not you was... Did you fight them? Or did they fight you? Was y'all fighting? Was y'all kung fu fighting? Everybody was kung fu fighting. Definitely some fighting going on. Well, of course, there's fighting going on. An emperor reversing. Yell at you, cuss at you, call your names, all kinds of stuff. Why would you do this to a person like this? Yes, I don't know. Regression. That's why spirits say you're reverting to childish behavior. You're being a... Well, of course, this is a fucking child. Oh my God, this is the most childish person I've ever seen in my life. This is childish as shit. I mean, this is this is a toddler. This person still has a pacifier. This is, I can't get what I want, so I'm just gonna manipulate and lie and just do anything. There's no limits. So if that was you, you were at no limits. I mean, you were just a bat out of hell. You need fuck. And I just saw this out of nowhere. Yes, that's pathetic. I don't know if you've seen K-pop Demon Slayer, but if you watched the movie Gima, which is supposed to be Satan, he kept calling the demons pathetic. Isn't that interesting that their leader was calling them pathetic? Interesting. There's a warning. I don't know what you've done. For real. For each one of these storylines, everybody take it as it resonates. But who the fuck this is, judgment is being called on you. You facing it. You better tell the truth. If you have been lying, if you are a liar, I'm telling you, this is your confirmation. If you're like, I'm not really sure if I believe in spirituality. Here you go. I'm not really sure cards and stuff. Therapists are using cards. Did you know that Carl Jung and Sigmund Freud and all those people that they call the fathers of psychology all believed in tarot and astrology? Go fucking figure. But when I say it, I'm crazy, right? Clocked it. I didn't even know that was going to come out. You clocked that T. I didn't even know that would come out. Spirits, for real. We tapped in today. I love it. I don't know who this reading is for. This is so interesting. I'm so excited. All right, let's get back into some of these feelings. Oh, my collective. I just feel like just moving these cards out in the corner. I'm just gonna focus on the centers. I just want to focus on y'all. Apparently we talking about centers today, and I don't know. I get random words, and I write random words on the card. So sometimes, and I'm making decks too. I have 2 decks that are coming very, very soon that I will be posting links to my shop. I worked on them like for the last 3 years, so I'm so excited to finally like show people my decks. I love them. They're so nice. I can't wait to use them. This is just what I like to have, just so I can pull random cards. All right. All right, sinners, you're being called to wake up. If you have been in this bullshit ass, manipulative, demonic ass energy, you're being called to the altar. Literally to activate. Yo, stop now. Like, if this is your warning, literally, literally, literally. You know how the church used to be back in the day when they talked to you in church and they said, come up. This is a different type of energy now. So you're being asked to do it in a different way. Very, 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 very clear. I can't even make this shit up. Demon, come on down to the awesome motherfucker. Give your soul. Stop this bullshit, whoever you are. Oh my God. You draining the shit out of humans. You might be, you know what? You might be draining people and you're autistic or your person's autistic. I don't know. Maybe you have autism and you don't know you're doing this shit. That can happen, by the way. Oh yeah. I've met them. I've met emotional vampires who are autistic and they didn't know. They didn't have a diagnosis. It was because they didn't have these social skills, right? And so then they inevitably end up draining the people around them because they never got those social skills. So they become very susceptible to. So in the spirit world, they become susceptible to demonic forces, right? Because they're open, right? Because the one has taught them things. Now, if you want to talk psychology, then you diagnosis and you teach them, fundamental skills, ABA therapy, yada, yada, yada. Either way, it's still protection, right? No matter how you look at it, where you look at it psychology form, it's still protection, or whether you look at it spirituality, where you're teaching them still, either way, the person still needs to learn how to feel safe in their body, because that's really what it boils down to. What works for you won't work for another person. So, again, this is very specific. So maybe you are special needs and you don't know it, or maybe your person's special needs and you did know it and you did that. And if they're special needs and you did that, it's really, really bad. Really, 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 really bad. If you did that knowingly to an autistic person, that's real fucked up. I'm just being honest with you. And you should be scared for facing judgment. I would be. I'll be. If I was a person who knowingly was an asshole to a person who was autistic, I would be terrified. And that's just the truth. And take that how it resonates. You can get mad at that if you want to. I don't give a shit. I really don't care who it takes that out of them. But if you knowingly did that, that's fucked up. Fucked up. And you will get that back. That's why it's illegal in the real world. The fuck you think if it's illegal in the real world, why would you not think it would be illegal in the spiritual world? You about to catch them hands, my nigga. Something about social media. You could be watching their social media or they're watching your social media. Something about social media. That keeps coming out all day today too. No matter how you read it sometimes. A child could be involved. The person could have a child. Or a child could be involved. You know if this is your reading. These are some confirmations. You could like hip hop. Spirit's giving confirmations now. These are confirmations to let you know if this is really you. You could like hip hop. I could be listening to hip hop right now. I lived 2 lives no more. Oh, you could be thinking about not hiding anymore. Like, yeah, because if you were in this Emperor and this Black Herman and this John Horse. So I like these cards because they come with a story. So Black Herman, he came with a lot of power. He talked about the power of voodoo and how people in the church, how they didn't always appreciate that and things like that. But how it still went on throughout the culture and things like that in the church. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful story. Go look up Black Carmen. But the point is, you've been taking this ancestral power that you have, and you've been using it for wickedness, basically, like your gift. So, like, if you have the gift of intuition, right? This magician, the gift of prophecy, the gift of being able to speak life, you've been speaking death. You've been manifesting, um, basically creating scary stories. When I see this person's creating scary stories for themselves and others. And not only creating scary stories, like actually manifesting them to be true. So like, oh, you're probably gonna lie, or just whatever. Like literally manifesting the stories, and then standing on business about it. So like, not only you manifesting bullshit, but when the bullshit happens, this nasty, arrogant, egotistical, self-serving energy comes to back it up. This is very disgusting. And you may want to not want to stop, like stop that hiding, like no more hiding. Or maybe spirit's calling you to stop hiding. I mean, this again, I love the movie K-pop Demon Slayer. I'm probably gonna talk about it for the rest of my life because it talks about patterns, and as a therapist, I talk about negative thinking patterns all the time, and that's the whole point. That was the whole point of the movie. He was thinking so negatively. He did something 400 years ago, and a lot of people, y'all keep reincarnating. That's the point. That was the point of it. 400 years of reincarnating and thinking how awful a terrible person he is, when he could just literally simply forgive himself very easily. Just simply say, you know what? That was fucked up what I did. I shouldn't do that anymore. Soul survivor. Yeah, that's a soul survivor energy. Like, okay, I did something that was really fucked up. Don't do that anymore. Why the fuck did I do that in the first place? And really finding out, why did you do it in the first place? What if? See, this is it. I just said it. This is my confirmation. Where are we at? We're at 27, 25. We're almost at 30 minutes. So I'm gonna go off soon. I just said this. I said you're manifesting scary stories. I just said that, right? And I say this to clients all the time. Do the what if in a positive way. So you were doing the what if in a what if this happened, what if that, in a pessimistic way. What if bad things would happen? Well, you're gonna get bad shit. But when you manifest, what if good things happen? Then you'll manifest beautiful, lovely things. You'll take things that are dead and make them grow, come back to life. So curiosity. What if it works out? What if they love me? What if they don't break my heart? What if blah, 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 you know? But if the other way, that gives you anxiety. It's called catastrophizing. That's the actual definition of it. When you do this is catastrophizing. What if this? What if that? What if that? What if this? You will never run out of opportunity to ask yourself, what if? You can ask yourself, what if, all day long, because humans are designed to ask themselves, what if? It's you. That's how you stay safe. What if I don't put gas in the car and I go on the interstate? What if I miss my appointment? What if I don't brush my teeth? What ifs keep you safe? That's not a bad thing. But when we lean into these moral anxieties or these neurotic anxieties, or sometimes these real world anxieties like the ones I was just naming, these anxieties, when they're unchecked, when there's no feeling attached to it, we don't have core values, we don't have all those other things, the shadow work that people talk about, go to fucking therapy, work, that's what they're talking about, then you will stay in this bullshit, what if this, what if that, what if that, because it's natural for humans to do it. So you're working against yourself. You have to go heal. Because humans naturally, what if. You're never going to stop what ifing. It keeps you safe. So you have to learn to retrain the brain to what if in a positive way. And that sounds easier than said than done, especially when you have childhood traumas and you're reverting back to all of these old behaviors and you have people around you and the stuck in, you gotta figure this out. You may be having a birthday come up. Maybe birthday may be coming up. Or your person's birthday may be coming up. You may be feeling like a throwaway or that they threw you away. You maybe feel like you're cursed. I'm sure, if this is your reading, I would feel like I was cursed. I hate to, I'm saying this with empathy because I am a provider. I'm not your provider, so I don't got but so much empathy. But I do say this as a provider. I understand. I have empathy. I would feel that way. I can see it. But this is where accountability has to be in place, right? We have to do accountability. We all can grow. I would not have a fucking job if I didn't think people could grow. So you won't find me as a terrorist. This person can never change. They ain't gonna never be the same. I don't feel that way. Some people won't change. I will say that. But that I wouldn't have a job. So I know people can change. I've seen it. I've actually had a few narcissist clients. So I know that you can be a self-aware narcissist. You may have, mind reading. Yeah, so this is kind of what got you here. This is what I'm hearing. So Spirit's clarifying some of this magician energy and some of this narcissistic emperor reverse energy. This is what they would do. Jump to the judge, snap judgments, assume, intellectualize. Intellectualizing is when you take a single piece of evidence, right? And you draw a whole conclusion. You just start jumping to, you just know some shit. This is a fucking know-it-all. How you gonna be catastrophizing and be a know-it-all? So you creating bullshit and then think you know everything about this bullshit that you're creating. Damn, and then ain't exactly, and don't be on no chill. Man, you got to chill out. That's the emotional vampire shit. However, it's crazy, even though you're in this bullshit ass energy, guess what's coming up? You actually a fucking chosen one, whoever you are. So it's probably you getting chastised like this. Well, whoever you are, if you're talking to me, you are a chosen one, and Spirit is pissed. The fuck? Hang 10 ain't that's that. But if we got anybody Hawaii people from here, Mayahona, hola. Mayahona. Spirit just told me to go pull an angel card. So hold tight. I have to go into the room to pull an angel card. You might be traveling. Somebody might be watching this in the car. Or either you're thinking about traveling. Are you driving? Okay. Give me 1 second. Okay. I got 2 angel decks for you guys. Hope I didn't take too long. I actually like doing the lives. Lives are fun. Okay, let's see. Oh, that one just came out immediately. Angel message for you. Right on time too. 333. 3 at the clock. Okay, here we go. First card. Oh, this is so good. If you're here, I love on you right now. See, I told you I love on y'all, even though you're being an asshole. I love you. Because Spirit loves you, and that's why I love you. If God loves you, then if God says you're chosen one to pull an angel card, who am I to say fuck you? So that means that I shut the fuck up. You got nothing to do with me. Not my lesson. Universal medicine, elevation of the soul, and did you hear that? Did you hear that scream? Wow, that's someone just screamed outside. Did you hear that call? This is a confirmation that my dog just started sniffing on the door right when that happened. That was crazy too. Universal medicine, elevation of the soul, and the revelation of mysteries. So this, if you're here and you're watching this, even if you're watching this is a timeless message. No matter when you come across this, this is truly, you are a chosen one, and you've been in bullshit. This is your confirmation. I got nothing else for you. The cards have told me I don't got nothing else for you. You were in bullshit, and stop it. This is your medicine. You came to, literally by day, I'm a provider. So whoever you are, you're very logical. So you know, okay, you believe in some psychology a little bit. You have to if you're around me. And then you believe in spirituality. So this is your fucking confirmation. Wake your stupid ass up. I said that part. That was me. I had to ad-lib. Because you got the 9 of Wands. Spirit's trying to hand you this impeccable secret. That's what's coming up on this card. This medicine. Ooh. Lots of secrets. What's coming up here? High Priestess. Success, protection. Okay. Listen. If you're a chosen one, that means you're tapped in. Because you're here. You're tapped in. You're tapped in too. But you haven't been because it came out of reverse. That's not good. You can't be around here chosen one not being attached to spirit. You make yourself vulnerable to demons and spirits. You hear my dog just say, you make yourself vulnerable to spirits, to negative thinking patterns. Can't do that. That means that you haven't been protected. No wonder you feel like you're cursed. Yeah, I would too. You just got a confirmation. I can't make this up. And the Emperor. See, you are a divine person. Wow, look who you're supposed to be. Like unto God. Man, whoever you are, if this is not you, if this is your person, send them this reading. This is their confirmation. This is what it's supposed to be. Jesus. My goodness. Political authority. Gave safe travel, protects it. You're very, and I can, whoever you are, and if we were to do this in the right way, baby cakes, my love, sweet peas, whoever my little narcissist, my little soon-to-be self-aware narcissist, whoever you are, my soon-to-be self-aware narcissist. If you were to be like this, oh, wow. What an amazing person. And that's the angel card that came up, confirmation. You're being called to be in this beautiful, authoritarian, divine, masculine energy. This, who don't want the Emperor? Now, I don't like him on the card. They could have did better imagery, but you get my points. Yes. John Horus, he led, which battle was it? I don't think it's the Geechee Gullah Wars. Look up the Geechee Gullah Wars and John Horus. Man, I don't know if you can see here on the card, but they won the war against America, which they don't talk about this war a lot. So you have to look up Geechee Gullah Wars. And I'm Geechee Gullah too, by the way, so I just love this story. But he called upon ancestors, so he worked with indigenous and freed Africans. They all worked together as a community, as we would, right? So the Africans that they imported it, and plus indigenous people that are here, they all work together, and then they use hoodoo to call on the ancestors to defeat. So it's very interesting. So I know you're tapped in, whoever you are. You really are. Your ancestors, they talk to you. They literally talk to you. But man, earlier, as we saw in this reading, you was not listening. You're just not listening. And I feel like there was some, and I didn't want to think that earlier, because I don't always go for spell work when I see the Freeman card, but it's definitely, the card does mean that, the literal definition if you read the book. He's coming from, this is New Orleans, is coming from the graveyard, getting some graveyard dirt. And I'm not saying that you actually did voodoo on the person or hoodoo on the person, but just your words. Your words are spells. Your words are magical. They have so much power. So if you were saying things to them that were very disrespectful, you were literally cursing and casting things out. And if you got a fucking return to sender, and you might have. All right. So, angel of comfort. So your angels are trying to comfort you right now. You got the 6, so success. They want to successfully do this to you in abundance, actually. They want to do an exchange with you with the 6. So lean on them for comfort as well, as they're leaning to give you the comfort, shall I say. So it's both. Right? You see how she's accepting it as well? They're not just giving it, so it's acceptance of that piece. Yeah, I see the hands. So your angels want to comfort you. You may be outside looking at the stars right now, or just thinking, or just being. This may be nighttime for you. Obviously, it is. Or you may be watching this reading at night. It's night for me, but maybe night for you. Maybe close to a full moon for you wherever you are. You got 6 again down here. Again, the success, this exchange energy. Yeah. This came out of reverse. So Spirit's calling you to maybe there's a lack of work-life balance. Maybe you need some more of that. Definitely with this 2 here. And they're trying to give you balance. They want you balanced. Because the Emperor's balance. You don't have to be a male. You're just a masculine energy. Oh. I think you want this, and that's what they want for you too. Like, at the core, whoever you are, I think while you are manifesting bullshit so much, looks like maybe, I don't know, I'll have to get into some future readings. I'll keep reading for you as a collective. But, yeah, looks like you really want this unity. And balance, because we have the 7 down here. Just balance. And that 7 comes with Libra energy too. So a Libra is all about relationships. So you can want to have happy, healthy relationships. Because 7th house energy, Libra energy. You can have a Libra placement in your chart as well. Or a Virgo placement with a 6. With the 3, you could have a Gemini placement too, or a person have a Gemini placement. And then we have the Angel of Faith. So if you're here and if you've been in this narcissistic, egocentric energy, this gaslighting energy, this is a professional fucking gaslighter. Extremely manipulative. Even this manipulating energy, gaslighting energy, that's okay. It's not okay what you've done, but Spirit is not, the only sin there is the one you can't forgive yourself for. That's what I've learned. So, not to say what you've done is okay, but you do have to practice a level of self-forgiveness. If not, then you will stay in that very negative, low vibrational energy. As you can see from the movie K-Pop Demon Slayer. If you have not watched that, watch it. That's what they're fucking all down there for. They either some just like the shit. You can see the ones that enjoy it. If you want the motherfuckers that enjoy it, you probably won't be on my channel if you enjoy bullshit. But if you don't enjoy the bullshit that you've created, you probably would be here. And that's good. That's great. I just had a client yesterday. We went over boundaries, and she finally realized. Not finally. She, after we went over boundaries, she said, "Oh my God, this when I out there talking to you about it, she's like, I talked to my partner, and I apologized because I had no idea I was crossing their intellectual boundaries. I had no clue I was doing that to them." And she realized how much she did it and how often it was. And so we talked about that, and she practiced forgiveness, and her partner understood. She didn't know she was doing that, and self-awareness is key. It's when you don't want to acknowledge your wrongdoings. Right now you've been given yeah, might be a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Tell me more. Shit. What you created is coming out not reverse, thank God. But what you were creating, and that's why they said pull angel cards, and I don't like to read these in reverse personally. But the energy that you were in was very, 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 very wicked. Shit. slander. Bringing in evil spirits and secret crimes. A lot of secrets, a lot of lies, a lot of slander, a lot of immature energy right here. But in the upright position, this is beautiful. So I can see why you felt like you were cursed if this would have been a reversals. In that magician energy, that negative energy, that narcissistic energy, you would have brought a legion of demons to yourself. And you probably did. Oh shit, my stomach just went crazy. I had a roar. It's growling really bad. And I'm like, oh, bad. Wow. That's crazy. Wow. Yeah, I've never heard that one before. I see sex crimes here too. I heard sex crimes. Because I keep seeing sex crimes. Even the word is not written here. I keep seeing sex crimes. There may have been some sex magic involved. But with all this knight energy, look, the Knight of Wands, Page of Wands, and they got this Ace of Pentacles. Definitely, for sure. Because the Ace of Pentacles is all about planting that seed, right? A new beginning. A divine blessing. This would drive away evil spirits, right? Rules agriculture and production. This would be a great thing, right? This would make abundance and blessings. I mean, it doesn't get better. This is one of the angels they talk about in the book of Ezekiel. You know, the all-seeing eye. This is beautiful, right? For the Ace of Pentacles. The adored God, right? In between this King of Pentacles and Page of Wands. And if anybody knows tarot, you know what that is. That's all fire, fire signs. So you're definitely a fire sign. Definitely Sagittarius, definitely Aries, definitely. And if that's the energy that you were in, I can tell you, you probably need to go do a spiritual bath, spiritual cleansing. This is why you're being called this reading, because that means you probably got a couple of them attached to you. You've been some bullshit. Cleanse yourself. That's what I'm being called to tell you. But I'm getting clarity on that one just to make sure. Spirit, clarity on that. Yep. Communication. Maybe you think about communicating. Okay, so yeah, the communication is that we have spirit. We're like, yes. Okay. Confirmation. Spirit's trying to communicate to you to be gratitude, to be grateful for the challenges that you've had in life. So this is a challenge, but be grateful for this challenge, because literally I feel like this, whoever you are, if this is not you, if this is your person, and they are trying to wake up, be grateful for this challenge. I hope this is your reading. Personally, I hope this is your reading, whoever I'm viewing this, because this is good for you. This situation, whatever happened to you, this is a chance, an opportunity for you to change and to be a better person. All right, I'm going to leave it here. You have a good night. I'm tired. Oh, yeah, like and subscribe.